Okay, so we're moving into the spine, the head and the neck area. We've introduced our touch to the client, we've done our opening massage routine, and we've just finished with our solar plexus presses. We're going back to the right foot and we're going to open up the spinal reflex. So we're going to work from the top of the head. See how I support the foot with my right hand, and we're working down the spine. We're working nice and slowly, making sure that we're covering all of those vertebrae as we move. By pressing the foot slightly, we get the curvature of the spine and we can actually see the spine. And we're just following that spine all the way down, ensuring that we're covering all of those vertebrae. Working the nervous system and the skeletal system all the way down. We're going to swap hands. We're going to support the foot with our left hand this time. Using our right hand, we're going to thumb walk all the way back up the spine again. Again, use your left hand if you need to, just to give that little pressure. Just enables you to see that spine. By taking these tiny little thumb walks, we're ensuring we're covering all of the vertebrae. And working up here to the base of the skull, the occipital, and we're just going to continue to work that brainstem 3 times. Into the brain, doing a rotary on top of that big toe there, covering the brain. So with a lovely pressure, ensuring you're covering the full brain. We're going to go back to the base of the neck, and we're going to thumb walk all the way to the top of the head. We're going to do 5 little thumb walks just on the head, neck and head area. That's 2. 3. Notice how I'm supporting that toe with my left hand as well. 4 the zones of the big toe. And we're going to find the occipital, which is just at the base of the skull here. And we're going to press through the occipital. It really does release so much through pressing through that occipital. Just move across slightly, just to ensure that you can get that full occipital. Up to the mastoid process. And then squeezing on the temple. Just 3 little pinches. We're going to look for the pituitary in that circle here, in the print, if you like, the print of the big toe. That's your pituitary, so right in the centre here. We're going to hook them back up. So we're going to put our thumb in there. We're going to support our thumb, our big toe with our fingers, and we're going to press and pull. It's quite a sensitive area. Just 3 hook them back up on the pituitary gland. We're going to spin onto that pituitary, step forward onto the pineal, 3 big circles, and across onto the hypothalamus. We're going to go onto the dorsal aspect of the big toe, and this time we're going to be walking down, using our fingers this time. So more of a finger walk than a thumb walk. We're going to walk down the big toe. This is covering the face, throat, the tonsils, the neck, the jaw here as we get lower. And we're going to do 3 of those. as I'm using all 4 fingers here, we don't need to move because we're actually covering quite a lot of that big toe. And do 3 of those. Working back around. We're going to come back to zone 2. We're going to work on zone 2 through the second toe. We're going to work up the toe, over the brain, and back down the other side. Again, notice how I'm supporting that toe with my other fingers. And we're going to then cover 3 lines up the back of the toe. From the side, middle, and moving slightly over again, if you can see that. I'm going to do that. And then we're going to do it again, but this time we're going to walk halfway and we're going to slide up the sinuses. Walking halfway up the toe and sliding over the top. If there's any sinus issues here, you'll feel the popping as we're draining through the sinuses. Moving on to zone 3. Up the toe, over the brain, and down the other side. We're going to cover our 3 lines. 1 on the side, 1 on the middle, and then on the other side. Notice how I swapped hands there. Do whatever's comfortable for you, but always supporting the toe at the same time. Up halfway and sliding up those sinuses. We're going to do those 3 lines again. I'm going to go on to zone 4. We're going to do the same thing, walking over the top, down the other side, and then we're going to pick up our 3 lines at the back. If the toes are small, don't worry, do as many lines as you can. You don't necessarily have to do the 3. Sliding up the sinuses. Into zone 5. Again, we've got a smaller toe here. I can use my finger if that's easier than using your thumb. And we're probably going to get, well, we're okay with our 3 lines here. Always working to 3. Slide up the sinus. Okay, we're going to go again to the front of the foot. We're going to walk down those toes. So we've already covered our zone 1, we've covered our head area there on the big toe. We're going to go straight to zone 2. I'm going to use the 2 of my fingers here and I'm going to walk down the dorsal aspect of the toes. This is covering the teeth, the lymphatics. Go on to zone 3. And 5, all the way down to the base. And then just going to squeeze through the lymphatics with some nice pressure there, in between each toe, into the lymphatics of the face and the neck. We're going to come across to the back here and we're going to work the eye point and the ear point. Our eye point here in between zone 2 and 3, we're just going to press with our thumb and just do some nice big circles. To the ear point between zone 4 and 5, some nice big deep circles just to release any pressure there. And then to the eustachian tube. And that's